A lot of people want to study in Germany and have a world-class education in Germany and are wondering how they can go about it if they can't afford the finances. Here I have brought you good news, and I'm here to tell you that you can study in Germany for free without paying a cent. Yes, I said it, no tuition fee. In fact, some university even might waiver IELTS if you come from an English-speaking country. Yes, now here is the catch. It is not as easy as it sounds unless you know exactly where to look and how to apply the right way. In this video, I'm giving you the exact step-by-step guide to find free universities in Germany and how to use trusted platforms, and most importantly, how to apply through Uni-Assist. And even if you're just getting started, I'll break down the block account issue. Like you all know, this is required if you want to study in Germany, especially for free. Now, the first part is this. You go to MyGermanUniversity.com. This website here is going to be helping us with the search on English programs. Okay, now I believe you all know about Germany, because you can study in German, you can study in English as well, and also in German and English. Now, the purpose of this website here, the very first website you see on my screen, is for us to be able to search for English programs in Germany. Okay, now you go on to mygermanuniversity.com and you click on Study Finder, just like as you can see on my screen, and then you go on to the filter at my left hand side, like you can see there, and you can select the language of study. Of course, select English only, and then you go on to select the level you want to go for, either for bachelor's or master's, and then go under tuition fees and click on no tuition fees. Okay, you can see it there. I already selected mine, tuition fees, and remember, you have to sign in on this website before you use it. So you have to sign up with your email for you to be able to have access to be able to use this platform. Now you go to the requirements as well. Under the filter, you would see where it requires it requests for language proficiency. You can also select no IELTS or leave it as it is. And when you have the list of universities that offers free tuition courses, you can check for them. Okay, now you have to check one step at each other. You have to click on them. Okay, now I clicked on one university here, and you have to also be aware that currently admissions are going on, and you also have to be aware that for non-European country citizens, admissions are usually for a short period. Okay, so you also want to make sure you apply early. Now currently, as you can see here, this university still has admission on, this particular one, and this is a master's program. As you can see on my screen here, admission is currently going on and should be ending on the 30th of April. There are many schools in Germany currently accepting admission. Okay, and you want to check also for requirements on this platform. When you come here, you check on the requirements. Okay, this is also another school. This is at the Friedrich Schiller University of Jena. This is a very good university. I think they also have the English proficiency waiver. You can go in here and check for the courses you want. The admission is currently on and will be ending on the 30th of April. So if you still want to study in Germany, you have this opportunity in 2025. Okay, so this is for winter semester. Now go ahead and apply, and I'm going to be showing you the steps. As you can see here, now non-European applicants can apply up until April 30th. Okay, and make sure you put in your applications carefully, following the steps I'll be mentioning shortly towards the end of this video. All right, up next, I'm going to be talking about the next source where you can check for public universities and programs that are taught in English. Okay, and this is the official German Academic Exchange Service website. Okay, step 2, open up your browser and go to daad.de and log on to international programs. Okay, as you can see on my screen, you have to switch the website to English because it automatically switches to German. Okay, now the next step is you come down to international programs and you hit on that. So as soon as you hit on this, it brings up a filter where you can search for the course type, the course language, and the field of study. Now you can select your subject area, which is the type of course you want to go for, and also the language. Of course, we want to check for English. All right, so that is what this website is about. Now make sure to use the filters. Go on to select the course type that you want to go for, choose among the drop down. Now select whichever one you want to go for. So on this part, you want to go for anyone, you select. So for the purpose of this video, I chose engineering, okay, as the field of study, and then of course the course language would be in English. All right, so we can filter that out to make the search faster and easier. And then of course the course type is for master's degree for the purpose of this video. Bachelor's, you can also try the filter if you want to go for bachelor's. Now we have this page where it brought us to more filters and 404 results from that filter. Okay, now you scroll down here on the website and then you can select on the courses that you want to go for. Okay, now I mentioned something on the other website that we first checked, which is MyGermanUniversity.com. that website helps you with a lot of filters, so make sure you take your time to play around the website. Okay, and on that website it can take you, so you can apply from the website. After searching for the university, which is the first one I mentioned earlier, you can click from there to the direct university website to apply from there, or it takes you to the Uni-Assist website. I'm going to be talking about Uni-Assist later on after this one. Okay, so the next step would be Uni-Assist, so that you would understand how to apply on Uni-Assist. So stay with me. So let me just walk you through this website. So when you scroll down again on the filter on my left hand side, it gives you more filters, so you can select location depending on the city in Germany where you want to study. You can select the city, the institution that you want. Okay, University of Applied Sciences or General University, you can filter that out. Okay, and then specific type, course type, and here we want no fees. Remember, we are searching for a no tuition fee university in Germany. Now after you have, so from the first step, like you saw here, it doesn't bring up all the filters, but once you've done the first set of filters at the top and you click on search, it brings up a page like this one, and on the left hand side you have varieties of more filters to select, and that's where you can choose the location or the city where you want to study at, and then you choose the tuition fees, which is no tuition fee, because we are searching for courses that are free in Germany. Now we want to check for this one, master's degree on air transport and logistics. You can click on it, but I'm going to be clicking on that later. So these are other courses that they have. You can see here tuition fees per semester, none. Master's degree on applied biotechnology, none. You don't pay any tuition fee, but I think you have to pay a semester contribution fee. This is about 75 euro. Okay, so it depends on the school. Currently application is on for this university and this course. For winter semester, admission is on until the 30th. Okay, it's going to start actually from 30th of April to the 31st of May. If you want to apply, you can come here. It tells you everything. So for those people that still want to travel to Europe in 2025, this is a very good opportunity, and this is a very good program. Okay, it's the Ansbach University of Applied Sciences at Ansbach. That's one of our cities in Germany. All right, okay, now come here to check for the requirements. You can see there everything you need to apply, and most of the universities will tell you if you can apply directly on the school website or forward your credentials, which is the requirements, send it to the school by email. It depends. Most schools will also want you to send it to them by mail or send the hard copies to them physically. That depends. Okay, now here you can see the language requirements for this school. They need TOEFL score of 85 or higher. They need IELTS band score of 6.5 or higher. Okay, and also a grade of at least good in the technical. So this depends. Okay, just make sure you read through everything. This particular school, for some courses they need German language, so you want to check for those schools that are plainly in English that does not require German. But you have to know, like I always mention in this video, if you're going to Germany, learn the language, even if it's at least A2. Even as much as the courses are in English, you have to understand that you still need the German language to help you integrate properly in the country, at least even job wise. Okay, so that would help you so much. Now just play around the website, come down, go through different schools. Another thing is you can even apply to more than one schools, okay, because it is free, of course. So if you don't get admission at this one, you would gain at the other university. Okay, so this is also another program here. This is artificial intelligence. This one is a full-time program and you don't have to pay anything. As you see, application portal will be open from the 5th of November to the 30th of November. This is a very short time for the following semester, which is for next year, and then for 15th of April until the 11th of May. So there is an application going on presently if you want to apply to this one as well, for this particular program at Selb. The city is at Selb. It's a city in Germany. Okay, now up next I'm going to be talking about the next part, which is how to apply on Uni-Assist. So that's what we're going to be talking about next. And if you've watched up to this part, I want to congratulate you. Thank you very much. Now this is the most interesting part. You want to understand how to navigate on Uni-Assist, because most of the universities would require you to apply on Uni-Assist or directly on the school website. Now let's show you how to do it on Uni-Assist. Okay, as you can see on my screen, this is the Uni-Assist website, and what you have to do is open up your browser again. Mostly Chrome browser would be preferable, and sign into www.uni-assist.de, just as you see here, uni-assist.de. okay, now you want to click on My Assist, which is at the top right corner. You hit on My Assist, and if the site is not in English, usually it's going to be in English, but if it is not, you can switch to English language. Okay, and yeah, as you can see here, you come up on Uni-Assist and it tells you everything you need to know regarding application here. And this website is very, very easy to navigate. It is not as complicated as you think. What you have to do is click on My Assist and create a new account. Now after you've created a new account, you have to fill in your personal details. Use the same information that appears on your international passport exactly as it is. Okay, now the next step on Uni-Assist would be, after you've logged in, go to search courses. Okay, it gives you the steps like you can see here. It tells you everything you have to do. It gives you the guide on how to do it. Okay, now after you've logged in, after you must have filled in your personal details on this platform, now you go to search courses section. Type in the university name or course title, which is the one you have already searched on the daade.de platform or on the MyGermanyWebsite.com website. Okay, so after you've made your searches on those universities, you come here, you search for the name of that university or the course title. Now select your preferred intake, either winter or summer semester. The reason why I'm not going into details here or showing you the steps is because I'm not applying for any program and I'm just letting you know how the step is. But here, as you see, there are steps and guides on how to do it. Okay, so you can see here it tells you every step that you have to follow, so just follow the steps as you see on the website. Okay, now after you must have selected your preferred intake, either winter or summer semester, click on apply. Now when you click on apply, you've clicked on your chosen course, which means you are about to apply for that program. Now step 3, fill in the application form where you have to put in your education background. Now these are the requirements that you need to. Most of the universities ask for this, but then make sure you always read the requirements on each university, as each university have diverse and different requirements. Okay, this is specific, or this is career specific. Okay, or it is based on what you have studied or what you are going for. So the requirements might not be same as the other program you're going for. Okay, so it is better for you to go onto that website, check for the requirements so that you can get them ahead, prepare them early. Okay, now enter your education background, upload your documents, WAEC or your bachelor certificate, either of the levels you are going for, then your transcript, your CV, your passport copy, which is a passport data page, now your motivation letter if required by the university you're applying for. Now The MOI, which is an IELTS waiver depending on the school or university you're applying for. If they don't require an IELTS, now if they ask you for an MOI letter is a medium of instruction, meaning if you had your previous university in English language, or you're from an English speaking country and they're not asking you to provide an IELTS, then you can provide that. Okay, you can use that as an alternative. And if they ask or if they request for an IELTS or TOEFL, then you have to attach that and submit that during your application process as well. Then you save and continue on Uni-Assist. Now, step 4, you pay the processing fee. Most Uni-Assist application cost around, I think, 75 to 100 euro at most, okay, for the first application. And also for additional costs, I think you have to pay for some other amount. It depends, except it's changed already. And you can also pay online using your card or bank transfer. Also, you have to be aware that there might also be some, after you've submitted, some universities might require you to send the hard copies of your documents, okay? So if the university requires you to send the hard copy of your documents, please, you have to send that hard copy. So now, before you apply, remember that you have to certify and notarize your documents. Now, most universities, in fact, all universities require you to certify and notarize your documents, meaning you take your document, which is a photocopy of your document, along with the original to the German embassy in your home country for them to certify it. It's just like a legalization process, okay? But due to admission process, appointment issues right now, that is very difficult to get. An alternative is that you can take it to a court for the court to notarize it, and this is accepted, okay? So you can take it to a court and get your document notarized and apply through the Uni-Assist with those documents. And if the school requires you to send the hard copies, please send the hard copies that has been notarized as well to the school through DHL or FedEx, okay? And yeah, so that's the process on applying. Now remember that you have to apply early. Now I'm going to be moving to the next step, which is block account. Now, block account is required for everyone who wants to study, international student who wants to study in Germany. I know many students are worried about the block account in Germany, but now let me tell you, block account is a special bank account in Germany where you deposit a specific amount of money. Now, for example, there are people who want to study in Finland where their tuition fee is nothing less than 9,500 to 10,000 for just a year. Now imagine you are studying for your 3 years program or 4 years program in Germany and you just need that block account. Okay, it's not easy, it's almost the same thing, but yeah, this even saves you cost because you don't have to keep worrying about your living expenses or your feeding allowances or whatever, okay? Now what happens is, for block account in 2025, the official amount is 11,000 euro 208 for 12 months. You've seen it on my screen, right? This is on the DAAD.de website. You can see the steps on how to calculate it. So for your own country, you can use the calculator to calculate to know how much it would be based on the exchange rate at the time you are applying, okay? Now, with this amount, it has to be blocked, okay? So what happens is that amount is blocked, okay? It is kept in a specific account. So when you are in Germany, you'll be allowed to withdraw that amount, that fixed amount every month for your living expenses. So it is your money and you just have to keep getting the amount every month, okay? Now, this is about 934 euro every month, depending on the amount that you have. So if you decide to do 12 months or 24 months, but usually 12 months is the required one, okay? Now, this is just to prove to the German embassy that you can pay for your accommodation, you can feed yourself, you can cover your health insurance and transport and not become a financial burden to the country, okay? And you can also open a bank account or a block account funding there are trusted providers there and they are online. We have the Expatrio, the Fintiba, the Coracle, or even directly through the Deutsche Bank. But the problem is Deutsche Bank is slower, okay? But these platforms, which are the German banks online, are very active and even safer, okay? Now, you can ask for sponsors to help with the sponsorship of your block account. It's not easy, but you can ask close family to sponsor where they can transfer directly to your block account, or even try part funding. Like some students can get scholarship to cover part and then block the rest of the amount. So you can also check for the Deutsch Stipendium scholarship or some grants that are being offered in Germany for some international students. You can apply for that as well. And you can also use installment option, but then that's very limited. So don't get worried, but just be informed that this process is as easy as you've seen so far on how to apply, how to search for free tuition universities, and how to go about everything to study abroad in 2025. There you have it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. I will do my best to help you. And that's all for today. If you've watched up until this point, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.